Radio 104.1. Hey there, it's Amy and Holden. And in the studio, Vance Joy is here. Give it up for Vance Joy. Got a brand new album coming out, your sophomore album, Nation of Two, that drops on February 23rd. This is super exciting.
Yeah, thanks for having me. There's a good vibe here today. Like I walked into the nice crowd of people, like all hanging out, getting pizza. So yeah, this is cool. So thanks for the welcome.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And we are loving Lay It On Me. I mean, I feel like we're playing it every hour. It's so requested. The fans are digging it. So amazing stuff.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's I'm really happy with this song. And yeah, when I wrote it, it felt like a little bit of just a creative breakthrough. Like I'd been waiting to write a song for a little while, and I got to use this guitar riff that I kind of really liked, but I just had tried to write songs with it for ages and then hadn't written a song with it. So
wow,
it was nice. It felt like it was very welcome, and I was excited, and yeah, it's nice to be sharing it with the world.
Yes, we're loving it. So can we hear it?
Yeah, you can, definitely.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Wow, that was amazing. Vance Joy, Lay It On Me off your album Nation of Two that drops on the 23rd. So it's been a couple years since your first album, and you had such great success with that. I mean, you toured with Taylor Swift. We had Riptide. Yeah. I mean, that song, how many times do you think you played Riptide? I mean, that is like, that's you. Like, everybody knows you for that. That's amazing.
I was thinking that on the way here, actually. I was like, yeah, that song, it's like so lucky that I had that song to kind of get things rolling for me. Like it was such and it still is that song that kind of, it's a bit of an earworm. So I feel like it kind of, it has opened so many doors. I've played it a lot of times. Often, it's always fun. Like I find like looking at people's faces when I'm singing and like they know the words. And
everybody knows the words. Yeah, that's good stuff.
It's a good first impression to make, I think so.
So how long did it take you to write this album, Nation of Two? What was your, thought process and all of that? And what is Nation of Two? What does that mean?
Yeah, it took me a little while to get these songs together. Because there was so much touring after the first album, I was on the road for all of 2014, 2015, and the start of 2016, and most of 2013. So it was like solid. And I was collecting ideas for songs, but I wasn't really writing like complete songs, while I was on the road, with an exception with a couple of songs. So I came off the road with maybe 2 songs written, and I was like, okay, I need like 10 more songs at least. And that was kind of scary. And then, I don't know, they started to arrive slowly, and I just tried new things. I worked with different producers. I worked with a bunch of different songwriters as well, which was, interesting and also, very, just a great learning experience. And then when I came to the end of writing all these songs, I was like, okay, brilliant. I've got these songs, and a lot of them kind of, dealt with that kind of theme of, I guess, relationships, but different forms like of relationships, like friendships and, lovers and just family relationships. And I was reading a book at the time, and it was about, basically the author describes his parents' marriage and how they lived in a perfectly contained universe, just the two of them. And I don't know, that really resonated with me. And the title Nation of Two kind of, I guess, is kind of about that.
I love it. Good stuff. Vance Joy in the studio. Brand new album comes out February 23rd, and you're going to play another one for us. It's called Saturday Sun.
Yeah, I am.
And we have the ukulele now. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of been sitting on the bench for a while, but now it's back with this song Saturday Sun, and I'm just tuning up. But I think that's good.
Love that. That is so cool. Vance Joy off his new album, Nation of Two, that drops on the 23rd. That was Saturday Sun. Nice little toe tapper. It's going to be catchy. I can just hear it on the radio already. So tell me, like, you did jump into things, especially like your touring, your success with Riptide. What was the greatest part about your first album? Like, what was your greatest moment?
Yeah.
Because now you're on your second, so, there's more things to look forward to, but what would you have to say about your first?
I think, the first was like, I guess I had the EP written, and it was kind of scary to I guess it was my first experience with the music industry, and I was told, hey, like, when's your album coming out? And I was like, oh, I just released an EP, like, isn't that enough? Aren't I done now? And they're like, no, you need to like write a bunch more songs, and like it's just starting. And I was like, okay. So that was kind of scary. Once I got my head around that, it was fine. Luckily I wrote some songs that I was really happy with, and they kind of came in by surprise. I remember writing a song called Georgia on New Year's Day think in 2014. And so those songs came in and they kind of made me think, okay, well, maybe I am going to have enough songs for an album. And then I got to put that together, all these new songs with my EP, and then tour a bunch, and all these things, all these amazing things happened. Like, firstly, people coming to the shows around the world, and then getting invited by Taylor Swift to open for her.
That's amazing.
Which was so cool. And she did a beautiful cover of Riptide. And basically from that filled up 2015. And then we kind of, I guess, capitalized on all the people we'd met, and we played more shows in 2016. And then I was like, okay, that was a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah, right?
And I was like, my goal would be just, if I want to kind of write a second album, because I know that all the artists I admire have second albums and a body of work. And I was like, okay, well, that's the plan. I guess just head down and bum up and just start working. And, I started just trying to write songs and putting pieces together. And, I think it was just a lot of hard work in between, even though there was procrastination and, stress and also just, hours in the studio. But that first album and the tour and everything, and that has to give you that boost of confidence to be like, all right, you know what? I got this. People are singing my songs, and that's pretty cool. That's good stuff. Yeah, totally. No, it did. I think, you come to appreciate just doing it. And also, it is a confidence boost, and it's totally so encouraging to like look on Instagram or something and see like people who are like, hey, I'm like excited for this album coming out. So
good.
I'm very happy to have this audience.
Good stuff. And we have an audience here at the Radio 104.1 studios just waiting for you to come out. So I'm going to play Lay It On Me for them.
Yes, I am.
Great.
Yeah.
Very cool. So check out Vance Joy's new album, Nation of Two, that drops February 23rd. We cannot wait for it. Thank you so much, Vance.
No, thank you. My pleasure.
Appreciate it.